Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Tori, this is Louie, and this is Frank. Today's video is going to be all about baths and how to give your budgie a bath. And I'm going to show you ways to encourage your birds how to bath if your birds hate bathing. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is why should you even bathe your budgie at all. Firstly, baths are just heaps of fun and it's a good way to keep your budgie's mind active. It also helps keep their feathers clean and they will preen after they bathe. It can get out all the dust and stuff that is built up in their feathers and they can't get out themselves. And warm baths are really good to give your bird, especially while they are molting. It's really good to give your bird a bath while they're molting because they will have pin feathers, and pin feathers are just like hard feathers that will eventually fan out. These feathers can be really uncomfortable and the warm water helps get them out. So how often should you bathe your budgie? I suggest bathing them a lot more often while they're molting just because they will like it a lot better and it will make them more comfortable. I suggest offering a bath as often as you want, and you can give them a bath once a week, twice a week, once every couple of weeks. It just depends on what your bird feels like and when it feels like bathing. Never force your bird in the bath, and if you offer a bath and your bird doesn't want a bath, leave it. Don't force them to bath, otherwise they will learn to hate the bath. Now, a big thing is you should never punish your bird, especially with water. Punishing your bird will never have good results. It will only make them more scared of you, which will make them harder to tame, and it will make them more scared of water in general. And sometimes people spray their birds with water not knowing that their bird actually likes water, and then it just encourages them to do a bad behavior that they were trying to correct. You can spray a bird with water, but do not use water as a form of punishment. There are a few types of baths that you can get for your bird, and not all birds will like each kind of bath, if that makes sense. So the first way you can give your bird a bath is with a water bottle, just like that. And if you're going to be spraying water, make sure it is on like a mist like this. Like it's not very like hard and sharp, otherwise that will just scare your bird. Another kind of bath you can give is a still water bath. So basically you just fill this up, pop it in the cage, and some birds will come and bathe in it. This is another version of a still water bath. It's just something else they can play with in there. It's a still water bath because the water doesn't move and it's just in any kind of container. Then the third bath you can give your bird is an electric water fountain pet drinker or something like that. I get asked heaps where I got this from, and I got it from eBay online. It's not listed as a bird bath. It's actually an electric water drinking fountain that's meant for cats and dogs, but heaps of people use it for your birds. Then again, you can just find still water baths at your pet store or just use any container laying around. So what temperature should the bath water be? I would recommend giving your birds a lukewarm bath as often as you can, but you would rather it be colder than too hot, because if the water's too hot, they have really sensitive skin and it could burn them. And then if they get into a bath and it's way too hot and they burn themselves, they're not ever going to go into that bath again. A good way to tell if your water is lukewarm is you turn on the tap and then you put your dry wrist underneath the water, because that'll actually tell you what the temperature is, like when you first go in the water, if that makes any sense. Rather than just like leaving your hand underneath the water tap, because you won't like really be able to tell. It's just, trust me, it's just easier if you get a dry hand and put it under the water to test it first. So what is the best time you should actually bathe your bird? I know a lot of people like to bathe their birds in the morning because the bird can dry off during the day. Hi! I also recommend giving your bird a bath when it's warm outside, or at least make sure it's warm in the house so they don't get cold. Now, I know some people can take their birds into the shower, like in their bathroom. I wouldn't recommend this, and I know some birds are okay with it, and that's great, but I know it's very risky, as most budgies would freak out if they see their reflection in a bathroom. They might fly around the room and slam into the mirror, so I really don't recommend that to start off with. And the shower is very loud and noisy, and it's very scary for a little budgie. So I'd recommend, if you want moving water, get an electric bath and don't go in the shower. And also, you always see these videos of birds sitting on the shower floor and looking up, and then the water is going straight onto them like that. Please be careful if you do this, because there have been cases where the water runs down through their nose and it can get in their insides, and it can just like create so many more problems, and it can be super dangerous. But also just make sure whenever your bird is in the bath, make sure you're always watching, because as soon as they get out of the water and they're wet, it's going to be so much harder for them to fly around and get everywhere, and it's a lot easier for your bird to just splat and fall onto the ground. So I recommend helping your bird around after they bath. She just hit me in my eyeball with her wing. Thanks for that, Louie. So the first thing you have to do is make sure your bird actually isn't scared of the bath. So I recommend just leaving the bath around your bird, just set it around the cage or near the cage, maybe put some food on top of it so they know it's not a bad thing or something that they should be scared of. Then after they're not scared of the bath itself anymore, you need to figure out what kind of bath your bird actually likes. For example, Louie will only bathe in a moving water bath and she will not bathe in anything still water. Like, she hates it. I've tried to get Louie to bath in this, she hates it. I've tried it in this, she hates it. And I have another still water bath and she literally hates it. However, Frank loves to bathe in still water and moving water. I figured this out because I used to put his water in just one of these just so he could drink from that when he was younger. And he would always jump in it and bathe in it. So that's how I learned Frank likes still water baths. He does really love himself an electric water bath. Now, I don't really spray my birds with water because I know Louie doesn't like it. But I will try to see if Frank likes to be sprayed with a spray bottle. So it's really up to each bird to figure out what kind of bath they like, and not every bird will like the same bath as another bird does. It's a lot of trial and error just to see what your bird likes. Alright, so you figured out what kind of bath your bird will probably like. How do you get your bird actually in the bath? So one thing that you can do to encourage your bird to get in the bath is to put some grass in the water. Louie really likes to eat grass, so if I have grass in her bath, she will jump straight in. You can use pretty much any green vegetable that your bird likes. Then, another way to get your bird in the bath or to encourage them in is to use a little cat toy. If you know that they like the sound of these kind of balls, or literally just any toy, pop that in the water and see if they go to play with it, and that's another way to get them in. Now, the way that I got Louie to actually get into her bath was to actually like play with the water and like touch it myself, because then she got super curious because she's like, oh my god, look, she's having fun touching the water. Now I want to do it. And once your bird gets past that initial like scare factor, like most birds will be scared of the water, once they get in for the first time, most of them will actually realize, oh wait, this is really fun, I actually like to bath. And then the next couple of times you will barely have to get them in yourselves, they will just jump straight in. And once one bird is in the bath, if you have multiple birds, the other one will most likely be curious and get jealous and go in themselves. Now, your bird will not always be in the mood for a bath, and don't let that stop you from giving them baths. Now, not every time that you offer your bird a bath, they're gonna go in. Sometimes they're just simply not in the mood, and don't let that get to you. Don't give up and just keep on trying. And you know when your bird is pretty much done with the bath, if they just get out and they're starting to preen themselves and they're not going back into it, and just like leave the bath running for an extra couple minutes, maybe 5 more minutes, and then if they're still not in it, just take it away. So now I'm going to give Frank a spray bath for the first time, and I'm going to show you what it looks like if he does or doesn't like it. I don't know if he does or doesn't like it, so we're going to learn this together. So I've just filled up a spray bottle with warm water, and you can just spray them straight through the cage. So I'm going to start pretty far back, like around here, and just spray and see what he does. See if Louie likes it now. Let's see if she'll move. Ooh, maybe Louie does like it. I think she does. Oh, see how she moved away? I'm not going to take the spray bottle over and spray her again. She's moved back. Okay. That's how you know a bird doesn't like to be sprayed. See how she keeps on moving away like that? We're going to try Frank again. See how he's kind of starting to freak out? Let's try again. And if he freaks out one more time, I'm not going to spray him. He's not moving away. Alright, now that's all I'm going to do for now because I don't want to freak Frank out completely. And that is what you would do to slowly get your bird to learn to like spray baths. So this is me just filling up the electric bath, and what I do is I test the temperature on my dry wrist, then I put it together like so, and this little flower thing, it's really small and I want it to sit up higher. So to do that, I will grab like a little elastic rubber band kind of thing and I put it down the bottom. And then I like push the flower back down and it just seals everything in and makes sure the water flows great and Louie can fit underneath it better. So this is what my bath looks like running, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few grass pieces and pop them in like this. Like that. And now I'm going to grab Louie and I'm going to see if she will jump right in. I think she will. Wait, here she is. Look. You want to have a bath? I like to offer my hand here, let her step up, and watch her go straight in. Louie really likes her baths. So you can tell Louie already loves her bath, but say she didn't, the grass could lure her in, and by playing with the water, it also encourages her to come in and sit down like she is now. It's very cute, isn't it? Now, because Frank also likes to bath, we'll see if he'll hop in. There we go. Oh, he just kicked himself off. You want to hop up? This is what I mean by if one bird is in, the other one will likely follow. Just because Frank heard Louie in the bath, now he wants to go in. Now, it is very normal for them to jump in and out of the bath and then they'll start preening. Pop them up on your hand, take them back, and they can jump straight back in. Oh. Look, let's see if Frank will hop in. Now, he absolutely loves his baths, as you can tell. Let's see if he'll want to play with a toy. So pop in a toy. No? Let's see if Louie will play with the toy. You want to play with the toy, babe? Look at them. Are you going to play with it? Okay, Louie's not very keen to play with the toy. Let's pop in some more grass. She doesn't even want the grass. Frank goes really crazy in his bath. I don't think he really understands how to do it properly, but that's okay. And don't be surprised if your bird sneezes. Sometimes they get water into their noses and like to sneeze like Frank is doing right now. I will leave the bath running for maybe another 5 minutes and see if they'll pop back in and out. What are they doing? This is Frank. I believe Frank is trying to feed Louie, but Louie's a bit sassy and she's not really complying, are you? This is what I mean when they will like to preen each other or themselves after a bath, and it encourages cleaning. Let's see if Louie wants a bath. Now, never force your bird onto the bath. You can keep your finger like this, but let them step into it. As you can tell, Louie is now preening herself. She's in the preening mood. She doesn't want to go back in the water. She just wants to clean. Now, they're not good flyers when they're wet, so be careful with that and make sure you bring them to where you know they want to go. They can still fly, just not very well. So they are my main tips on how to bathe your bird. To summarize everything, 1, find what kind of bath your bird likes. If it's still water, they like a spray bath, or if they like an electric bath. Then you have to make sure you have the right water temperature and you would rather it be too cold than too hot. Then ways to encourage your bird to get in the bath is to put food in there, to put a toy in there, or to just play with the water yourself. And remember, if you can get one bird in the bath, the rest will probably follow. Make sure you are patient, take your time with this kind of stuff because you don't want to scare your bird completely from a bath and they will never go in it again. Anyways guys, that is the end of the video. I hope I could help you bathe your bird, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you like the video, please like, and if you want to see more videos by me, please subscribe and support this channel. Alrighty guys, I will see you guys next time. Say bye-bye, Frankie. Bye. Today's video is going to be all about baths and how to give your budgie a bath. Oh my god. Stop! What are you doing? What are the best times to actually give your bath a bird? Oh, your bath a bird. Yeah, your bath a bird. Now, Louis, you're coming down your 5-pound pole there, babe. Ready? Watch him flip. Flip! He's so cute. I hope I could help you. Oh. And I will see. Oh my god, stop. Frankie just. Anyways, that's all from me today, and I will see you guys next time. Say bye-bye, Frankie.